What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. It's your boy Gabe, and today we are making our own Crunchwrap Supreme. And I must say that hopefully we can do a little bit better than this. I mean, look at how tiny that is. That's like, oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. But I think we can do better. And yeah, let's get started. So before we get started, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button, hit that notification button next to it, whichever way it is. Comment down below for me, and as always, enjoy the video. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our ground beef. Now, most recipe, or a basic recipe is just 1 pound, but I got 2 pounds because I like leftovers. So I got 2 pounds of ground beef, which means you need 2 packets of taco seasoning. But if you're doing 1 pound, just 1, and then so on and so forth. And then you add water to it, and we'll do that over there. So with that, then we're gonna add 1 whole diced onion, which I already have diced here, and we'll let that cook down. And then once that's done, then I got some Mexican cheese, and then we're gonna add inside of it, to make it the crunch wrap, is some tostada shells. We're gonna add some lettuce and some diced tomatoes. Now obviously you can add sour cream. I'm not a big fan of sour cream. So instead, I know it's cheating and we're trying to do better than Taco Bell, but I went ahead and splurged and got some of their Chipotle sauce because it sounded good. And I like their Chipotle sauce. So we'll add that to it. Then we got our big and small tortilla shells. 1, because it may not cover the whole thing, and these are just kind of in case. And if they don't, then that'll be kind of your filler spot so that it doesn't all leak out onto your pan. But let's go ahead and let's knock these out. So the first thing I want to do is I kind of want to see what I'm up against. So first off, like I said, it doesn't feel very crunch wrappy. It feels very soft. But I mean, it's Taco Bell. It's a crunch wrap. It's kind of sad. It makes me sad. But I definitely think we can do better. It's kind of dry, and there's nothing in it. I mean, it's mostly tortilla shell. But I definitely think we can do better, so let's do better. Okay, so the first thing is I want to get my ground beef going. And in fact, I want to first start by cooking my onions. So I'm going to add just a little bit of oil to the pan. Not a lot, because there's going to be some fat for the ground beef. So I don't need to add a whole lot. Okay, our pan's hot. Let's add our onions. Okay, we're going to let these sweat for just a minute or two, just to get a head start. And if you're using, 1 pound of ground beef, then just half an onion. Okay, now we're going to add our ground beef. And I want to season this just a little bit with salt. Okay, we're going to let this go until the beef is brown. And then we'll add our taco seasoning. Alright, so our ground beef is brown. So now we're going to add our taco seasoning and our water, because with this recipe you need to add about 2/3 cups of water. So I have 2 packets, so 1 1/4 cups. Okay, added the water. Give it one last good stir. And then we're going to cover this and leave it for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And then in 10 minutes we'll have taco beef and we'll assemble our crunch wrap. Alright, so our ground beef is done. I actually pulled some off to the side. But that's what it looks like. Yummy. So yeah, just let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Let the water reduce a little bit, maybe stir it every so often, but 10 minutes, solid. Let's assemble a crunch wrap. Alright, so I have a big shell, I have a tostada shell, and I have a tiny shell to kind of fill the spot. Now, tostada shells, you can fry them yourself if you want. I just got a big bag of them. It saves so much time, and it's not all that cheaper. And so like I said, it saves a little bit of time and you get the same kind of quality product anyway. But if you want to fry them, go for it. Not stopping you, but I'm not feeling it, so I just went ahead and bought them, and let's assemble a crunch wrap. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put my cheese on first. Yeah, I want to put my cheese on first. And I don't want to put a whole lot, but I want to put enough to have a nice base layer. Okay, then I'm probably going to go ahead and put my tostada shell here. That way there's some glue. Okay, then we're gonna put our ground beef on. Okay, then I wanna add my creamy chipotle sauce. And I know it's cheating, but if it's not broken, don't fix it. Okay, then we're gonna add our lettuce and our diced tomatoes. Now it's time to do the famous fold. So, first thing you wanna do is you wanna put your top piece on. Okay, and then we're gonna start by folding the bottom over. And then just kinda small segments. Flip it on top of itself, kind of like so. I don't know if you can see it, but then we'll do that all the way around. Okay, and I'm gonna do the best I can to keep it in place, but we're gonna go, I got a skillet heating up behind me, and we're going to throw this on the pan, let it sear, and then we'll have a crunch wrap. Okay, and the trick is to kind of hold it the best you can and slide it to where the seams still kind of press up against itself. But I got my pan hot, so let's start this. I'm gonna keep this pressed down best I can. And I have just a tiny bit of oil in here to kind of help it out. But I only need this for about a minute or two, and then we'll flip it over. Okay, this should be good, so we're gonna go ahead and try and flip this. Okay, could have let it go a little bit longer, but that's fine, I can still do that. But I'm gonna get the bottom nice and crispy, and then I'll flip it back over, let the other side get nice and crispy again too, and then we'll see how we did. All right, so we got mine, and then we got theirs. But not really much of a comparison. I mean, you can kind of tell which one's which. And I mean, look at how much thicker mine is compared to theirs. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right. Well, we've tried theirs. Let's try mine. All right, so I'm gonna cut mine right in half. So look at the inside of him. That looks really yummy. That looks really good. So let's try it out. I mean, this has just so much more flavor. There's just so much more in it. And I really like that chipotle sauce. That chipotle sauce is nice. But it's crispier, it's tastier, it's crunchier, but this is very solid. The cheese is really good, nice and melted. I mean, yeah, there's lettuce in it, but it doesn't overpower everything. Like I said, I really like that chipotle sauce. That chipotle sauce is very tasty. But something about just a hearty Mexican something is just the way to go. The tostada kind of soaked up a lot of the cheese, which is a little disappointing. I was kind of hoping it'd be a little bit crunchier, but it still got some crunch to it. It's not chewy. I can say that. I think I did pretty good. Like I said, that chipotle sauce definitely makes a big difference. In my opinion, a lot better than just sour cream. But there you have it, guys. A Taco Bell Crunchwrap. Made at home, and definitely way better than the other one. But if you like this video, again, make sure you comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Also, again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button and notification button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. And as always, guys, peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.